Right. As you see here, the WBC, World Boxing Council, Mauricio Suleiman, board of 32 members, president, are stating that essentially two-time WBC super middleweight world champion, Mexican Ecuadorian superstar boxer David Benavidez has ducked four-division world champion, former undisputed super middleweight, going for a two-time super middleweight undisputed world champion, and first ballot Hall of Famer, Saul Canelo Alvarez, on three separate occasions. As you see the message in my inbox there. They said that David Benavidez lost his opportunity or squandered away his opportunity twice as the mandatory for Canelo Alvarez. And then the third time he was the mandatory, he left the division. You see it right there. So they are saying that David Benavidez ducked Canelo Alvarez. Now we know David Benavidez has been hot on the heels of Canelo Alvarez trying to force that fight. But the WBC is saying that in defense of their actions to strip newly crowned undisputed light heavyweight world champion, Russian superstar boxer Dmitry Bivol, ahead of what looks like a trilogy with Artur Beterbiev, former WBC light heavyweight champion, they're justifying it by telling me and my brother AB here that David Benavidez had the opportunity to fight Canelo 3 times and squandered it away. Now, how did this conversation come about? Because the frustration I have, and AB, shouts out to my brother AB, that they're stripping Dmitry Bivol instead of allowing the trilogy with Artur Beterbiev, they're 1-1. For Undisputed, this was a long-awaited Undisputed showdown to settle who's the best out of the two, because they 1-1 with identical scorecards for Undisputed, and David Benavidez automatically gets the winner. When you did not strip Canelo Alvarez, when David Benavidez was his mandatory for years at 168 pounds, you refused to take action against Canelo Alvarez because of what he stands for, what he represents, the bag that he represents. And they are saying, in defense, they never took action against Canelo Alvarez because David Benavidez squandered the opportunity. But wait, we heard Canelo Alvarez on record multiple times tell us that he had no interest in fighting David Benavidez. So when is what the question that I have that didn't get answered, because then they go on to say that at the bottom, well, you don't want to see Bivol versus Benavidez? Of course I do. I just don't want to see it next at the hands of not giving Artur Beterbiev, who was a long representative of the WBC, his opportunity to fight for his legacy and regain Undisputed. He'll now be the unified champion instead of being 2-time Undisputed if he beat Bivol in the rematch. And it's only one fight. And we know His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh is going to quickly make the trilogy. So I would much rather see Benavidez fight Caleb Smith on the undercard. He automatically, I believe he's going to beat Caleb Smith. He automatically gets the winner of that fight for Undisputed, opposed to fighting for a vacant WBC title or being elevated and then still having to fight the winner for Undisputed. Make it make sense. So their response was Canelo Alvarez was willing to fight David Benavidez. Now, we saw multiple occasions Canelo say Benavidez did nothing in his career. He accomplished nothing. Only thing he brings to the table is 25 extra pounds. He beat nobody. He needed $200 million to fight David Benavidez. Now the WBC is saying that that's a lie. Canelo Alvarez was willing to fight David Benavidez, and Benavidez ducked the fight. Lucy, you got some explaining to do. I can't wait to see what David Benavidez's response to this is. And that's all I got for y'all. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. I'm gone. Peace. And once again, shouts out to my brother AB. Gone. Peace.